wanted to talk about twin flames. I didn't want to go into detail about really what they are. You can look that up on every channel that you want to. You can even find that on, you know, Maestro Google is what I call them. I wanted to talk about my experience as a twin flame. So many of us get a lot of false twin flame action that we think are our align divine counterpart, right? And we all have the contracts and we all have things we have to learn and evolve from, right? But I'm going to show you or walk you through my experience of a twin flame. So I work with plant medicine. I have worked that in my practice for numerous of years. And I want to tell you my experience. So when I was diving into a ceremony for myself, it guided me through the creation. So it walked me through the creation of how the universe evolved, why we're here, all of the different scenarios, which I can get into in another day. But I really wanted to talk about what it showed me within the twin flames. And so it showed me that like the spark, right? So you hear people say, the spark of the universe, or we were all one and whole in God, and then it sparked off, right? Like the Big Bang Theory or whatever that may be. Well, it showed me my spark, okay? And it showed me how my spark actually divided into two. So if you think of that on an essence of like a cell, right? So for instance, I'm just going to say a fat cell. When a fat cell gets accumulated with so much in it and it can't expand anymore, it's going to multiply in two, right? That's how we get cellulite. And so it starts to form different cells, and that's how it grows and expands. And what it showed me was like my spark divvied up in two sparks, right? And I didn't tell me right then and there that it was my twin flame, but it walked me through the process. So it showed me the two sparks and how the two sparks evolved over time. And then it walked me into my significant other, right? My husband. And it showed me that I was actually living through him and his reality and what he was going through in life was a perception that I was going through, and that what I was going through in my personal life, he was actually understanding and going through, right? And then it was like, okay, I get that we're both evolving because that could be, universal consciousness, right? We're all evolving and understanding pieces that we're supposed to be here for. But then it showed me, no, that I actually am him, he is me, and that is how we evolved together. So that we split off into two. So then that way my soul could get his understandings and learnings as well as I get my understandings and learnings. And then when we came together, we then mirrored reflections between each other of things that triggered each other that we actually grew and evolved from, right? So there was a point in our life, I would say it was probably about, I don't know, 3 to 2 years um, after we were together, that there was a point that now I know from doing past life regression within myself is that this was a pivotal point for growth in spirituality, but growth in my humanness, right? But this was also a scenario that I had free will, that I could have walked away from our relationship, right? And if I chose to walk away from our relationship, that I would evolve but I would evolve in more of like a karmic setting, right? Not actually stepping in to my true or higher self. But what I chose to do is step in to the path of this is uncomfortable, but my body is telling me it's correct, that I need to be here, even though we were having so much turmoil in our life at that point, that it showed me in order that this was actually part of what I created in my life to learn and grow and expand from. So the reason why I say that is sometimes in life we get hit with obstacles that we think to ourselves, okay, this is probably an ending. I need to let it go. But if your body doesn't align to it and your body is telling you something different, all the outside noise is just a distraction. Okay. So when we can get in tune with our body and realize, okay, our body is telling us to stay here. For what purpose am I staying here for? Right. And then this is where you really need to do some more soul searching and deep dive within yourself. Now, I wasn't in an abusive relationship. He wasn't abusive to me. There were circumstances that happened that I felt that I should have picked sides. But now that I look back at it, I realize that no, I stepped into evolving who I am personally, but the other person that was involved in this, it actually allowed them to evolve in the person that they need to be and the work that they need to work with. So that is my scenario of a twin flame. So I know it didn't touch down specifically tidbits of twin flames, but I just wanted to give you an overview. So we're going to do like short videos and live videos coming up, and we're really going to be involved with the YouTube. So with this, put any comments down below that you would like to hear from, or if there's any resonance in this message that you feel like, hey, Jen, I want you to go a little bit deeper in this, I will totally do this. I'm a completely open book. So I hope you guys have a phenomenal day, and I will see you guys here in a couple days. Bye.